Namo Amida Butsu. There's a wonderful person on YouTube. I love watching her videos. She is a self-practiced Pure Land Buddhist, and she puts out some of the most beautiful Amitabha chants I've ever heard, and I love listening to them. And I save 90% of the chants she puts out. And so when excuse me, I have a cough drop in my mouth. I don't have COVID or anything. It's weather here in Houston is crappy right now, and wind is blowing. I'm off today, and I thought I would be out playing in the sunlight, walking around with my Nimbutsu, with my ninju. But it's wet and rainy, and it's not meant to be. It doesn't look like until at least after this afternoon. But getting back to what I was saying, this is a wonderful, beautiful person, and she talks about merits and, you know, saying Nembutsu, or in Chinese, Nianfo. And the other day I was watching one of her videos, and she talked about how you could say Nianfo or Nembutsu to purify your mind and make yourself a calm person. And with time and with practice, you will become a calm, more serene person with good karma. Boy, let me tell you, Jodo Shinshu or not, throughout the years, I have tried that. And that would be wonderful if that could occur in my life. But here's what happens. As I've shared in other videos, by focusing on Amida and focusing on his name, yes, I become more calm. I take my thoughts off of my worldly problems and I focus on Amida. And when I stop, it doesn't even take a second for all that to go up in smoke. Why? Because this is the saha realm. Why? Because I am a bamboo. I am a spiritual idiot. Why? Because in the saha realm, I have yet to find a way to erase 60 years of abuse from my family, from churches, from people in general, through any means. Well, Dave, why do you say Nimbutsu? I love Amida Buddha with all my heart. I say the Nimbutsu of faith because I know I am going to the Pure Land. I know this. I know Amida is real. I know this. I am connected with him. And one of the ways I connect with Amida is to say Nimbutsu. And most of the time, it makes me calm, it makes me serene while I'm saying Nimbutsu. But that's not why I say it. I don't use Nimbutsu as a means to cure myself of who I am and the damage that was done to me through the years. I say it because I know Amitabha is my only peace and my only joy. Amitabha is my best friend. Amitabha is my Osayama, my mother and my father, all rolled up into one. Now, last year was a horrible year, and this year doesn't look like it's going to be much better. Um, I could go on and on about the incompetency of my government, of politicians worldwide in general. It's a moot point. This is the Saha realm. And in the Saha realm, Dave feels anxiety. Dave feels overwhelmed at times. Dave feels resentments from stuff that happened years in the past. Dave feels anger. You know, this is the way of the human race in this Dharma ending age of Mappo. And we keep hoping maybe this president will make everything right. Maybe this bill that they pass in Congress will make everything right. Maybe if I do this or I go here or there, this will make me happy. I've shared with you there was a New Age buddy I had a long time ago who was always jumping from one New Age thing to the next. And with each and every one of them, even before he'd even studied anything about it, when he just got the bare bones of what the New Age practice was, whether it was, salt lamps or, wearing crystals or, listening to New Age music to focus on each and every one of your chakras, which is very calming. But he had the same mentality of this lady I was telling you about, that with time, with practice of these techniques in the here and now, in the Saha realm, he would become a more calm, serene person. He would, and in matter of fact, in many of these cases, according to the claims, he would become invincible. He would eventually walk on water. He would levitate. He would be able to walk through walls. Shit that means nothing to me. I would just like not to feel anxiety. I would like not to feel overwhelmed. I would like to have everything perfect in my relationship with my coworkers and my customers and everyone I meet in life. And it's not going to happen. I've come to the stark realization it's not going to happen here in this world because this is the Dharma ending age of Mappo. This is the Dharma ending age. Things are going to get worse from here. Nobody wants to hear that. What people want me to say is by saying Nimbutsu, you will become a calm person, you will become a Buddha in this life, and you will be able to bring about hope and change and whatever in this world in the here and now. I'm sorry. If that were the case, I would already be that person. I would be the top of all A-listers. I would be the person who is able to transform the world because I was able to transform myself. That is known as self-power practice. It is the belief that we can attain enlightenment in the here and now through our own self-power, our own efforts, our own practice. The only thing my practice does for me And my practice is saying the Nimbutsu of faith, entrusting myself to Amida Buddha, and wishing to be reborn in my next life in his pure land. The only thing that I can achieve is to train myself to study the Dharma more, to turn to Nembutsu more, either silently or loud. And this is the most important thing, to realize I'm living in the saha realm, and to realize this is temporary. This place I live in is not going to last forever. This place where I live is an illusion. It is a dream. It is very hard for me to remember that. It is very hard for me to understand this fact. It is very hard for me to not get caught up in all of the drama that is going on and to feel crushed at times, to feel hopeless at times. I have a short memory. I forget a lot that Amitabha is here with me always. I forget a lot that everything in my life, including my life, will pass. And so I get caught up in the fear, the doubt, the worry. And this causes me to feel overwhelmed. I take very personally what people say to me. I want everyone to like me because my mother used to tell me, David, you've got to make everyone like you. And they don't. Some people definitely like me. Some people love me. There are some people, probably people I don't even know, who hate me, and they don't need a reason. Am I immune to this? No. I hear a lot of people say, I don't care what people think of me. I care what people think about me all the time. That hasn't changed since I was a kid. I would love to fix myself. I would love for every day to be sunny, especially today. I was actually banking on it. I was looking forward to going for that walk. It's cloudy, it's foggy, it's drizzling, and it looks like crap out there. But it waters the plants. It waters the animals, the birds. It keeps this city I live in from being a barren desert. But it doesn't serve me. And as a bamboo, a spiritual idiot living in the realm of suffering and desire, this causes me suffering. This causes me frustration. I can't do what I want. And today, like every day, I will say Nimbutsu. I'm saying Nimbutsu now in my head. I am saying Nimbutsu while I talk to you. I will be saying Nimbutsu throughout the course of my day until after my head hits the pillow, and I will say Nimbutsu if I wake up in the morning, which is not necessarily a guarantee. And I will say Nimbutsu riding my bike to work if I make it there. And then if I make it there, I will say Nimbutsu. I will touch the beads in my pocket and I will focus on the name of Amida. And there will be someone or something or some burst of customers or something will distract me from that because I am easily distracted. Now, why is this video titled Nimbutsu is a Magic Brush? I shared my sentiment with people online, my Jodo Shinshu friends, about this lady saying that just by saying Nianfo, aka Nembutsu, I would be able to purify my mind and in time I would become a more calm and serene person. And my sensei Josho Adrian Serlia made the comment, yeah, some of these people, it's like they think Nimbutsu is a magical brush. You know, give me that magical brush. I want to remove all my evil thoughts. I want to remove all my doubts, all my anxieties. You see, I'm looking for something long term. I'm too old to focus on false hope, like the New Age friend I told you about. It is as if he thought he was Peter Pan, that he would live forever, that he would stay young forever. I'll take a sip of jasmine tea here. I haven't had contact with this guy in years, and I wonder if he still plays this game with himself. Because for people like that, it is a game. You know, eventually I'm going to find something that's going to cure me of everything and make me into a divine master. One of the members of the cult Heaven's Gate, and if you're not familiar, Heaven's Gate was a cult where a bunch of men and women eschewed worldliness and thought that they were going to be rescued by a bunch of aliens hiding behind a comet. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, one of them said, they all ended up committing suicide. And one of them made the comment, you know, he'd left, I think, his wife and his kids, and he said, I really hope this works. See, throughout most of my life, trying different spiritual practices, that's kind of the way I was. And as far as the Heaven Gates group is, just disclaimer, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know the exact words of the individual, but I heard that's what he said. But it's like, anyway, that was the attitude of my New Age friend, and that was my attitude for a long time when I was young. You know, I'm going to try this, and one day I'm going to be a rock star. And I did. I had dreams of being a rock star, loved and adored by everyone, rich as Croesus, and, you know, obviously it didn't happen. Don't let the long hair fool you. What did happen was that I got tired of BSing myself. I got tired of playing games with spirituality. I wanted to know truth. And I went on a stark search for the truth. And seeking truth at any and all costs, because I wanted to know what would end my suffering. I found it. Well, Dave, you've just spent most of this video talking about how insecure you are, how you take things personal, how you're scarred by all the years of abuse you've endured from various people, including your family. And so now you're telling the audience you found an end to suffering. I have. That end is Amitabha Buddha. That end is the pure land of Amitabha Buddha. And I have come to the realization that nothing I say or do is going to cure me of being Dave. I can improve on Dave, but what is that worth? You know, we're all adults here, pretty much, right? We know the human condition. We know what our society is. You've heard about murders, you've heard about people getting run over in car accidents. You've heard about people dying of cancer. You've heard about people once emotionally stable and alert suddenly coming down with early onset dementia or Alzheimer's or having a brain aneurysm and just suddenly dropping dead. I am at peace with my mortality, guys, because I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going because I know the person who's going to take me there. I know Amitabha Buddha personally. I know that he is with me now. He is in front of me. He is around me because he is a Buddha and he transcends time and space. And people would say, "Oh, well, Dave, you've described God. You know, well, he transcends God. He transcends any concept of God we could have." Amitabha Buddha, and here's the trick here. Nimbutsu is not a magical brush. It isn't going to make me magically change from Dave into a Buddha in this realm. Will in the next realm. The fact that I've said it and entrusted myself to Amitabha in this realm, I will definitely be a Buddha in my next life. But knowing this is the faith of gratitude. Knowing that Amitabha is here, knowing that Amitabha is in his pure land at the same time, knowing that he is real, knowing that whatever I'm feeling or going through is going to pass. It may take a month for it to pass. It may take an hour for it to pass. It may pass in the next 5 minutes or 3 seconds. Impermanence is also part of the saha realm. And until I go to the Pure Land, I'm here. It would do me well to face it. And like I said, you know, power to this beautiful woman on YouTube who has this beautiful channel. And I love watching it, obviously. I mean, I'm not a self-power Pure Land Buddhist. But I mean, like I said, you know, she is a sweetheart. She is very sincere. And I have no doubt that she will be born in the Pure Land. I do doubt that she will be born in the center of the Pure Land. I believe she will be born in the borderland. And that, you know, hey, she's a fellow Pure Land practitioner, but I've got to say, don't doubt for a minute if my saying Nembutsu could cure me from being Dave, I wouldn't do it. I'm not an adherent to the doctrines of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism because, well, that's what I choose to do, and by God, I'm going to tout the party line. No, it doesn't work like that. Like I said, the spiritual search I went on was rock hard, no holds barred. I want to know the truth. I want to know the effing truth. I want to know how to end suffering in my life. I want to know how to find spiritual fulfillment. I want to know how to find peace in my life. I found it. But in the meantime, I'm here in this Dharma ending age of Mappo. I'm here in this saha realm of suffering and desire. I'm here as an unenlightened person with a terribly unenlightened mind among other people, politicians, clerks, managers, shift supervisors, co-workers, customers, vehicle drivers who are all unenlightened. We are all spiritual idiots. We are all bamboo. Realizing this helps to make life more bearable. In those moments when I say to myself, and the other day was one of them, 6 years old, I've been through so much in life, I still go through anxiety. I still feel overwhelmed. I still feel like the world is crushing in on me. And I think more accurately right now for myself, and I don't know if I speak for you guys, I feel like a person watching the world crumble around him. To the point where I don't even recognize it anymore. This is the Dharma ending age at Mappo. And I decided to share this with you because I think to a certain extent, most of us do feel this, if not all of us. And I think people do ask whether or not they speak up and say, hey, if Nimbutsu doesn't make everything perfect in the here and now, why do you say it? Because I love Amida. I love him. I love saying his name. I love entrusting myself to him. I love worshiping him. I love focusing on him. And when I say Amida is my truest joy and peace and serenity and calm, that is the truth. It doesn't make me perfect, or I would be serene and calm all the time. But Namo Amida Butsu. Amida is my love, my first love. My only true love. Amida is my friend. Amida is a friend that is there for me 24/7. And as I've shared in other videos, I have seen the power of Amida manifest in my life. I have experienced the personal living love of Amida in my life and continue to do so. So is Nimbutsu a magic charm, a magic spell, a magic brush that can wash my mind, my filthy, crazy mind clean? I wish it was. I'd have the cleanest mind in town. Unfortunately, it's not. But Namo Amida Butsu. In the midst of my suffering there is that happiness. In the midst of my agony and doubts and fears, there is that joy. In the midst of violence and hate and cruel comments and irrationality, there is that love. And that is Amida Buddha. That is the friend who is real. Shinran said, and Renyo said, only Nimbutsu is real. Not because it's a magical charm or a brush that can wipe away all our pain, but because it is Nimbutsu. It is the name of Amitabha Buddha. It is the only thing that is real. Amitabha Buddha, my Savior, my Lord, my friend. He is the light that shines constantly, and sometimes that light gets blocked out by the clouds of life. The clouds being our distractions, our doubts, our fears, our worries, our anxieties, our feeling of being overwhelmed because of our inadequacies. And that is what it is. Whether that's okay or not, it doesn't matter. Amitabha Buddha loves me. And I love you. Namo Amida Butsu. Have a great week.